Well, your boy Kaminga finally signed with a team, King. It ain't the team you thought it was going to be. Remember you said it's going to be the Mavs, remember? YouTube. King. Podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown NBA Podcast. Listen, we're here to talk all things NBA related. We're glad you're here with us. If you guys are into NBA content, no matter what team you root for, no matter what player you root for, simply hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. And also, too, hit them likes for us as well. That helps out the channel in more ways than you know. And if you have any questions, any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up here, add it there in the comments section, and we'll address those here at the end of the show. All right, King. Like I said, your boy Kaminga, man, just signed with the Minnesota. They got a nice little young nucleus they're putting together over there, man. A lot of young athletic wings. Interchangeable wings, I should say, that they add to the squad, man. So shout out to them. But we're gonna get to it, man. Before we start anything, King, you already know what we gotta do, man. We gotta stop and show love to the sponsor of the channel.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Well, King, we about to get into some talk here, man. There was a question that was posed online here, not just in the last 24 or 48 hours, man. I think this question was posed a while back, probably about a month ago. Probably a little bit less than that, because your boy Kevin Durant has said some stuff too. But
KD,
the answers they give, bro, it make you gotta say something to them, King. You know, these guys here, man, they gonna have to pause.
I'm starting to show off with a pause. All right, let's do this. 20-second, full. TV timeout. You need a TV timeout.
Yeah, a TV timeout. National televised game timeout.
Yeah.
National televised full timeout. Man, listen, bro. This question was asked, what was more important, a championship or MVP? I know everybody was talking about Tracy McGrady saying it, but it wasn't even Tracy McGrady who started this conversation, King. It was your boy Kevin Durant yet again. In the news, you already know how this goes, man. He made some comments. I think he was on a podcast with Fred VanVleet, so we're gonna listen to this here, man, and kind of get your thoughts on this topic in general, man. So here's Kevin Durant's thoughts on, man, what's more important, an MVP or a championship?
What's more precious as a top guy, the MVP or winning the ring?
An MVP. It's one a year.
It's a select
I
few.
fuck when nobody say ring is incredible, and it's a great great moment, great team accomplishment.
Team accomplishment.
It's a team accomplishment.
There you go.
But come on, everybody who wants to be the MVP.
For sure.
If you got a chance to become an MVP in this NBA, then I can see if it was an MVP per team. It's like, it's nice.
Just one of
give
these.
me the ring.
Yeah, you've been cooking the
MVP.
whole time.
Because the ring is so hard to get to that it's such a select few, but the MVP is even smaller of a
It's
list.
so small, and the ring is a lot that's out of your control with the ring sometimes. And the MVP, you got a little bit more control in your hands when you got a chance to win an MVP.
Yeah.
So it was brought up in the sense of trying to figure out where we at today now.
Well, that was Kevin Durant's thoughts on that, King. Let's get your boy Tracy McGrady and Mace Carter thoughts.
Season MVP holds more weight than the NBA championship.
Hell yeah.
So as
why
ring coach,
wouldn't it?
at the end of the day, you think about this. When we talk about the totality of a player's career. And even when you talk about Hall of Fame and when you talk about the best players, the first thing they say, but
Man,
he didn't get a ring or he got a ring.
Name the 10th or the 11th player on the Chicago Bulls or the Los Angeles Lakers or the Detroit Pistons or the Boston Celtics. Who are they? Name any of those teams. Name me the 11th or the 12th guy. Just name one.
Can't right now.
All right. You can't even think of him. He
I
got a
can.
ring.
Yeah.
You can't even think of him. He has a ring. But does he have an MVP? Can he get an MVP? Absolutely not. No. So yes, the MVP of the regular season has more weight than a regular, than a championship.
Championship.
Because it's the whole team. This is not just
Accomplish that
team,
goal.
but
Yeah.
it's ownership, it's management, it's health, it's all this shit that plays into winning a championship. So yeah, I mean MVP, bro, that's you putting in some work.
Well, King, your boy Tracy McGrady said MVP is more important. You heard him say this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So if MVPs are more important than championships, why did he do this?
7 rings.
Can
Can
I
you
get
just
one?
loan him one?
This one.
Nah, dog, you got to earn it. It would be right if I ain't gave it to you, right? You did a lot of great things in the NBA, but you know.
Yes, the MVP of the regular season has more weight than a regular, than a championship.
Championship.
Because it's of course the whole team. This is not just
Accomplish that
team,
goal.
but
Yeah.
it's ownership, it's management, it's health, it's all this shit that plays into winning a championship. So yeah, I mean MVP, bro, that's you putting in some work.
There's so many things I want to say right now. King, what's on your mind, man?
I might let you go first on this one. 'Cause I got a lot to say about this one.
Yo, I do too.
Okay.
Like I
I'm
got
gonna say-
so much to say, bro. I don't even know where to begin. That's how much I got. It's like, what angle do you take it? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna begin with this one. I say this with the utmost respect, and you know when people say you say this with the utmost respect, which is about to come after that, right?
Yep.
Sound like losers to me. Sound like losers to me. Let me break down a few things that they said. There's only one MVP a year. There's only one champion a year.
Nah, it's multiple champions a year.
Multiple champions. I'm sorry. See,
You can get 10 championships in 1 year, King.
That's the thought process of winners and losers. When you think as a winner with team, when you get team success, and you actually think of winning as a team, you think there's only one champion. I'm trying to go out there and be a champion that way, instead of, oh, you know what? There's multiple champions every year. A few things, man. They always play with context. So you like to say all the time that you make your name when you're young, you make your legacy when you're older. And all. I think the same thing with MVPs and championships. I feel like MVPs way more in the beginning, and the longer you go and the more you get, they weigh less, right? Like it's like, oh, you an MVP, you got a bunch, okay, cool. But then you got to win championships with them. So you can get a championship and you got one, it's fine. But the more you get, I feel like they're heavier. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a prime example of what you just said. So I don't want to forget this. Jokic.
Yeah. The more you get, the lighter they are. It's like, well, he got 3 MVPs. Who gives a hell? He can win 4. It don't matter, bro. Go win another ring. You know what I'm saying? Yep. The lighter he got the 1 ring. It was okay. He got 1 ring. Now you want to keep going. You better win multiple rings to show that you somebody. the context they're trying to use, like I said, they're trying to compare themselves to, like, I don't know, give me anybody on the team who won the championship last year. The
like
New York Knicks.
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, Alex Caruso or McBride or whatever like that. Like those type of guys on a team that won a championship. That's not what we're talking about. We talking about guys that lead you to a championship. Now, let me a guy like a Derrick Rose and all that stuff. You think he wouldn't trade his MVP away to say one time I led that Chicago Bulls team past LeBron and all that stuff to win a championship? Are you ridiculous? You got guys like Kevin Durant and all this yelling this because Kevin Durant has failed. It is what it is. So when you failed, you keep trying to throw, oh, this is easier and all that. But get the hell out of here, Kevin. Most of the guys that win MVPs, that are looked at for MVPs in general, are guys that are seen that should be in the running for MVP when they basically come into the league. Like, it is what it is. You got select guys like Joker and all that stuff to come out of nowhere and do this. But most of those guys is usually in the running are guys like, damn, they nice. They come into the league. They're going to be in the MVP running. That's special. That's okay. That's awesome. But do you think Kawhi would trade in his championships for an MVP?
Nope.
That's stupid. Do both. When you special, you do both. That's the issue. When you got guys yelling about, and then you got guys that don't have rings, that are known for in situations not coming through, yelling about MVPs are more important. Like, no disrespect to T-Mac and Vince Carter, they have no opinion. They got neither one of them. So I'm like, I feel you guys. You played ball and all that, but you got neither one of them. So I don't want to hear that. I guess T-Mac, he got scoring titles and all that stuff. I used to have conversations with BA about this. Shout out to BA. But that scoring title and all, I don't give a hell about the scoring title. I never cared about scoring titles. I'm like, I remember when Carmelo won one and he was happy as hell because he's a Knicks fan and all. I was like, Carmelo won a scoring title. What does that mean? Like, you got to do more than that. Like, I don't give a hell about that. But that's certain players when they
you know who else won a scoring title? Bradley Beal.
I think he came in second place that year. I think Damian Lillard got it, something like that. But either way, we always say he won it. Yes, you got it that year. Okay.
Won that 1 year with the 30.
I think he might have got the 30 something. But either way,
yeah.
Bradley Beal was saying it doesn't matter. Like, people that yell that kind of stuff when a player yells stuff like that, I'm really not a fan of them. Like, that's when I start. If you yell that in the league while you playing, that bro, I'm looking for an MVP. Will any of them yell at in the league when they were playing? How about that? Well, let's go to that point. Will any of them yell at when they were in the league? Would they would they have the balls, we should say, to go ahead and yell at on camera and say, I'm gonna worry about an MVP tonight in a championship? Would they? No. So I don't know what we're talking about. All these dudes BSing. Stop playing with T-Mac. Come on, bro. If you had a chance to win a ring, we said right now, you got neither one of them. If we talked to T-Mac and Vince Carter and said, no, not Vince, because Vince would probably say something like, oh, okay, I played for Orlando. No, bro, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about where you were the one guy, no 1A, 1B. You were the guy driving the bus. Vince Carter back in the early 2000s, T-Mac in the mid 2000s. In that point, if you guys would have went and took that team, either Orlando or Toronto, to the championship, your career would be way higher than it would be if you guys got an MVP and your career stayed the same. This is ridiculous, but that's my point, bro. I don't even want to keep
going. Bro, listen, bro. That's my turn. Listen, let me ask you a question. When people talk about Jordan, what's the first thing they go to?
Championships, 6-0.
Got you. Do they? So that means that if they go to that first, then that's the most important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Case number 2. If championships are not that important, then why did KD go to Golden State?
Sure.
You could have just stayed in Oklahoma City and got your MVPs, right?
They was up 3-1. He just won MVP, I believe.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. Tracy McGrady, what's the one thing that he constantly talks about? The fact that he couldn't get out the what now?
First round.
So if that's not important to you, why is that a big deal to you then? If it's not that important, get out the first round, push you closer to the what now?
To the championship.
Gotcha. So if that's not important, why
does it matter?
Why try to get the first round? Matter of fact, why go to the playoffs? Let me just get my numbers. Get my numbers in the regular season, Sacramento, and I'm done. Go play with Sacramento and get your numbers. And, stay healthy, bam. I got my numbers. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro. Exactly right. And you said it, King. This the part that gets me, man. This also kind of go back to what we said about Kevin Durant a while back when we talking about He talked about just straight offense. That's all he cares about is offense. He didn't talk about anything else that leads to the winning of a championship at that, right? The fact that all you focus on is offense. This right here tells me a lot right here, King.
Yeah.
This tells me a lot. I thought the name of the game is to be the last team standing. That's the name of the game. Not I don't care about my team as long as I get mine. And then you wonder why Kevin Durant ain't been as successful as he been after Golden State with statements like this. Sorry to say this, Kings, the shots on him, but you wonder why Tracy McGrady couldn't get out the first round because of stuff like this.
Up 3-1.
Up 3-1. Like, right, that you make these statements, and then we see how things are turning out. It's like, well, damn, now it makes sense. It's starting to make sense now. Your thought process, King, listen. Ask Michael Jordan which one is more important. Matter of fact, I literally just watched a clip today of Michael Jordan saying when the person asked Michael Jordan about his individual personal accolades, he said, I don't care about that. My main goal, he has said this multiple times, my main goal was winning. Championships, winning. That's what I want. All the rest of that stuff comes with, if you play hard enough and get to that point, you'll get all that. That's what his thought process was. You talking about two guys who are in the Hall of Fame. Well, KD gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Two guys in the Hall of Fame with that type of thought process, King. You don't wonder no more why KD couldn't get past two after he left Golden State. There you go, right there. Damn, I wonder why Tracy McGrady's not high on the totem pole when it comes to shooting guards and small forwards and all that. This is why.
Bro, how many?
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe he said that, bro. When I heard that, I said,
I can't even, bro.
Bro, you know what's crazy? This kind of go back to because Tracy McGrady been kind of saying some off the wall stuff here a little bit lately, bro. Kind of go back to when he talking about the whole Kobe thing. This is why when we talk about this stuff and people kind of throw out these numbers and all this old stuff and he scored this much, he scored this much. We keep trying to tell folks, bro, it's not about you just how many points you're putting on the board. There's a lot of intangibles. That come with playing basketball at that level. There's a lot of intangibles. A lot of that stuff you can't even pinpoint on a piece of paper. There's no numbers. There's nothing equivalent to it or any type of equation that goes with it to say, okay, he 5.6 on this. That's why it's good. No, that's not. A lot of that you can't add. It's got to be something that you have in here. You definitely got to have something between these ears, right? That's what we're talking about, bro. When we talk about these certain players. This is why certain players, we could say Tracy McGrady is taller, faster, more athletic than Jordan or whatever the case is, right? But Jordan got it here and he got it here. That's what you don't have. This is why certain players are able. This is why Kobe was a level above Tracy McGrady. People can sit there and say all day Tracy McGrady can do the same thing as Kobe can do. He probably can. But he ain't got this. And he ain't got this.
Kevin Garnett can supposedly do the same thing Tim Duncan can do. But he ain't Tim Duncan.
We saw what happened in crunch time when it came to when the lights were bright. But anyway, shout out to my pops. Anyway, but yeah, that's the part that get me though, King. And that's why, like, man,
bro, how many great players have you seen? How many great players have you seen on bad teams? Multiple, right? Like all the time, you see like players. We saw Karl Anthony Towns and all that put up buckets on. You feel me, on a bad team. You see Kevin Love
and all them bad players you talking about, King. What ultimately happens to those bad players? They end up trying to do what?
They end up going somewhere else trying to win a championship. Because it don't work just sitting there getting numbers on a bad team. Yeah. It represents you. You are, like we say, there's a reason why. Here's another guy. Let's not even use championships. There's a reason why on most totem poles that Allen Iverson is seen as better than Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. And I know we got the MVP. They ain't even what it's about, though. That's not what it's about. That is not what it's about, that MVP. Allen Iverson getting that. It's because Allen Iverson took his team to the finals, and he went through Vince Carter in one of those series, got to the finals, and got you that one, like we always talk about, against that team while he was the MVP. It was that special moment. This dude carried, like, he lift a team. You lift a team. That's what we look at. That's that little bit of something you talking about, bro, that you can't, you don't know how to, like, you can't write it down because it doesn't make sense. It's nothing to write down. It's just you, your leadership, just the intangibles, like you said, as a player, to galvanize your troops, bro. And certain players don't do that. You can see certain players that worry about themselves. Shout out to Kevin Durant. That's why we've been seeing the issues still. I just go play basketball. He said it forever, and I've been calling him out for people don't want to say it. I just go play basketball. That is not the mindset I want of my guy. I'm saying the best player in the world. You can never be in the best player in the world by saying I just want to go play basketball. You can go play basketball to why?
No, you definitely
just see this as a job. You literally see it as a job. If you just see this as a job, then you will never be the best player in the world. I'm sorry. That's why I had the reservations about Anthony Edwards at the beginning of his career and all that stuff. Like, it's little things that you got to pay attention to. And it's like, you can't be that way, bro. Like, and I've always knocked KD for that. I'm like, yo, Russ was the leader of that team. People hated Russ, but he was really the leader of that team. If you left it to Kevin Durant, you see now what would have happened. Like, he's not that guy. Certain things you got strength set and you got weaknesses. He just has his weakness is one of the biggest things that makes superstars, if that makes sense. That's Kevin Durant's weakness. Same thing with like a Tracy McGrady and all. Like, bro, Tracy McGrady had Yao Ming in them, right? Like, and I know his body and all supposed to give out on him. Hey, at some point, it's you, bro. Like, y'all ain't never, you were in the Maverick series. We could say it was cheating and all that stuff. You lost that one when you were up, you feel me, up 2-0.
Oh, I was there.
You feel me? You were up 2-0.
I remember that.
And you beat Dallas both times in Dallas.
Then on top of that, you talk about MVP, the team, when you played for Houston and you got hurt. Then Houston rattled off like 22-game win streak without you. Come on, bro. Like,
give me all right. Here's a question for you. Allen Iverson, and I know we don't use the recency bias. Let's go off of what you would have said before this offseason. Allen Iverson or Kawhi Leonard? Who's higher in the total poll?
Kawhi Leonard.
All right. Does Kawhi Leonard have MVP?
Nope.
He only got like great numbers in the regular season at all, right? Like, I think he just at 20,000 points or something like that, they say. He a better player than Allen Iverson, though.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's, come on, man. Losers. That's what it sounds like. I'm sorry. Now, some of these my dudes, VC, T-Mac, my guys, but losers. Why he say it to Robert Horry? I was
just about to go back to that too. It's like you asked Robert Horry for a ring. What ring wasn't important? Why you bring it up? None of people say, "Oh, he was just joking."
It was a joke. It was. I think it was partially. It's true. It's truth in every joke, though. You know that. But,
yeah. You know he won a ring, bro. I don't know why we talking like this. And like I said, man, this kind of also go back to when we, people saying, hey, let the guys who play the game talk the game, all that sort of type of stuff. Bro, do you think Jordan or Kobe or any of them guys would have said something like that? Like, nah, I'd rather have an MVP over a championship.
And
like,
again,
these dudes were killing themselves, throwing, and you know what I'm saying, pushing their teammates and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I say it's levels, bro. It's levels to it.
T-Mac and Vince. Now we're in a society for hot takes, but T-Mac and Vince wouldn't have said that while they were in the league. They'd have got killed for that. Neither one. They didn't do enough to talk about that kind of stuff and say that's important. Kevin Durant, comfortable in his own skin now. He a villain now. You feel me? That's just what Kevin Durant is.
T-Mac definitely getting killed right now.
Yeah,
we seen some of the comments on the video. You definitely getting killed.
It's crazy because they act like even with Robert Horry. I wish he would have said something to Robert, because Robert probably would have checked him at that point and said it like, bro, you crazy. But we understand Robert Horry's championships don't wait. He got 7 of them. Yeah, that's awesome. He's not in the Hall of Fame though. You guys are in the Hall of Fame. Robert Horry's championships don't weigh the same as Hakeem Olajuwon's, as you feel me, Tim Duncan's. We know this, as Kobe and Shaq. We not stupid. Like, come on, man.
I'm gonna give you the most perfect example of all time. We've heard Charles Barkley say this before. Which one would you rather have, King? He said this out of his own mouth. Which one would you rather have? An MVP or a championship?
Rather
we heard him say that out of his own mouth.
Traded that MVP in for that championship. Just to say one time when people was if Charles Barkley never won that MVP that year, right? If he switched it around, he took away the MVP, was at 92, and 93. Gave him 93. I'm sorry, and gave him the chip instead, he'd be talked about it differently. Like, it wouldn't even be like that play on his name and all. He'd still be the great player. He'd be a top 50 player. He'd probably be higher on the list by having that one instead of that MVP, by showing he could lead his team to the championship. This dude, and saying he won it in Jordan's era. If he'd have said he won one while Jordan was in his like winning championships, get the hell out.
That's like winning 5.
Yeah, like he'd have been a top 20 player for sure if he'd have won one of them in that Jordan range. Like
you just said, there's a perfect example. Got another example. You keep bringing up points. I got another example for you. How did Dirk's legacy change when he won that one championship?
Changed everything. He became clutch.
He had an MVP.
Just everything. Right? Yep. He already had MVP. He's going to be a failure. Even with that MVP, it was going to be part of his failing journey.
Yep. And then what did he do? Get the championship and completely changed his legacy.
Changed everything.
Like I said, it's a no brainer, bro. That's why I said like you just said a minute ago, which that's a part that makes me mad, bro. Like people don't put context into these debates and stuff like this no more, bro. It's like nobody is sitting there saying that JJ Barea is on the level of you and Vince Carter. Nobody's saying that. Like King just said a minute ago. We're talking about when we're talking about what's more important, an MVP or a championship. We're talking about the person that you're talking about within that debate can win either both of them. Right? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about those level of players. Vince Carter and T-Mac are supposed to be arguably top 75 type players, right? You're in that conversation. The conversation is for those guys that's in the top 75, most of them got championships.
Yep.
Right? Ask any of them guys would they rather have a championship or would they have an MVP?
Is Robert Horry better than we know Robert Horry not better than Charles Barkley, right? Nobody says that.
No.
Robert Horry got 7 of them, right? Charles got an MVP. Nobody says Robert Horry better than Charles Barkley.
Nope.
Like we don't even compare Robert Horry to Charles Barkley. They're two different like roles on the team. You feel me? Like I wouldn't come back to you and say, man, Robert Horry better than Charles Barkley because he got 7 rings.
Why? Because he got 7 rings.
Yeah, like I wouldn't come back because they're two different. If Charles Barkley had to fill Robert Horry's role, he'd have rings. You feel what I'm saying? Like that, if Charles Barkley was that far down the totem, it was like, okay, during your career, teams would be a killer. If they had Charles Barkley that far down.
Just go do something out there, Charles.
Yeah, just go out there and just do something or whatever like that. You good when they need you. This is this. I can't believe they say stuff like this. Like
no
disrespect
to Robert Horry. No disrespect to Robert Horry, but
this
it's levels,
is
like you said.
mentality, bro. Like this is, I can't believe they saying this stuff. Like this is T-Mac been on this.
That's why I was asking
you. You're not Kobe, T-Mac. You're not Kobe. I'm sorry. You can even when he was trying to throw shots at Kobe when Kobe was alive. Remember they be sitting beside each other. He was like, "Yeah, you didn't beat me." Kobe's like, "I beat your ass 1-on-1." You know, he was like, "Oh, I was just joking around and all that stuff." Like, why don't T-Mac kind of sound like a front runner to me on the low? It sounds like he say stuff when people not around her.
Bro, you know what's funny you said that because when we were sitting there while we was talking, I was sitting there thinking to myself, wait, because is T-Mac top 75?
I think did Vince make top 75? I don't know. They might not have made it.
No, I know Vince did, but I'm trying to think did T-Mac make it?
If Vince didn't make it, probably T-Mac didn't make it either.
It's right there in the front. Okay, now the top 75.
Okay. I don't think they probably didn't make it. So why you telling MVPs? Win a chip.
I'm guaranteeing you if T-Mac won the championship, he would have been top 75.
Yep. You think Joel Embiid won a championship? You think he want to stop being known as the MVP that ain't make it to the conference finals yet?
Yep.
But he just want that MVP. You feel me? He already got it now. You think come on, bro. Come on, man. You think Joker won another MVP or a chip?
What's been the word on the streets? He mad at what now?
The organization for not getting them ready for a chip.
Gotcha.
You think Shea won another chip or MVP?
Do you think he won the MVP last year when he won another championship when he won another MVP? You don't think he won the championship?
He'd probably had the championship. He'd rather had the championship instead.
Gotcha.
So this is
MVPs though. That's what I want.
The MVPs they actually made a point of why it's easier to get an MVP, if that makes sense. Like I know it's a bunch of players in the league, but all the players not qualified for the MVP. It's context. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's a certain group of people that you have as far as MVPs that's in the bunch. It's like, all right, these guys going to compete for the MVP. These are the best players. Usually the top like 15 players in the league or something like that that's competing for the MVP. Teams play for championships, bro. Like we know damn near every year who's going to be the favorites for the MVP. Let's stop playing, man. Let's stop playing. When T-Mac was one of the best players, he was one of the favorites for the MVP. He didn't get it done though.
Yep. The year if it was the first year he scored.
You feel what I'm saying? Like he didn't get it done though. Go ahead.
Runner. No, I was gonna say, and plus he was saying which one was easier and all that type of stuff. I think he got it wrong. It's reversed. It's more narrative driven with the MVPs. With the championships, if you don't go out there and you do not perform, how many times have me and you sat here and said, man, we seen I use a guy example. James Harden. Could do all the things in the regular season. MVP, by the way, could do all the things in the regular season. And what's the one knock on him when it comes to crunch time and playoffs?
Can't do it in the playoffs. You think
exactly?
Think he trade that?
Did he not have control of that series against Golden State back when Chris Paul got hurt when he played for Houston? Did he not have control? You were up 3-2.
He did.
So that's what we're talking about when we talking about. Oh, you ain't got no control over that, but you can control the MVP. No, you can't.
You don't think James would trade that?
We talk about a certain person still not getting MVP, and he had the greatest numbers of all time, or whatever the case is. So Yeah, that's more narrative driven, right? You're best friends with Wendy. You might get a couple extra votes or whatever, right? Like that's out of your control. But you can't control your elevating your team if you're the MVP, elevating your team, putting them in that position to get into a championship.
Well, James Harden traded MVP for a championship that same year.
Oh, even though he been talking too. He
I
sounded
think
like
he
was.
well, now it's getting towards the end of his career. He's starting to be like these guys. That's what happened when you.
Yeah, you like sound like he more of them. Man, I have my swag and da. It's like
because it's starting to get to the point where he's realizing he's probably not gonna get a chip. So now he's trying to glaze himself by making it sound like he did this. That's loser talk. That's what I'm saying. It becomes loser talk. But I still think he would have traded. So let me say this to you. If James Harden would have won the chip that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it'd have been easier for him to win MVPs again?
Yep. Oh yeah. Remember he was. Remember if 3 out of 4 years he was number 2.
Hold on. Let me keep going.
Shout to your boy Michael Wilbon. Go ahead.
Let's go back to 2007. Right?
Mm-hmm.
2007. If Dirk would have won the championship in 2007, he'd have more MVPs.
Yeah. Remember what they tell him at the loss in 2007? What was
we won't give you another one. Nope. Because we don't want you to lose, get embarrassed like that. Even though it's been other players that lost in the playoffs, I can't believe they like held it against Dirk. But, yeah, I know. But
Jokic is the only one I know that can lose, and they're like, you know what? We'll give you another MVP. That'll make you feel better.
If Dirk would have won a chip, got to the finals, or did something way better than losing in 6 in the first round, he could have got another MVP. It would have been narrative driven. Would have been like, okay, because you that dude, you get an MVP. Let's stop this, bro. I can't believe this is like I'm not a player, so I like you say, you can't go too far and all that stuff. I'm trying not to, but it's loser talk. From the outside looking in, as a fan, and I'd never be a fan of you guys. I've ever heard you talk like this in the NBA when you were playing.
It's not even about you being disrespectful to him, King. It's just that, listen, if you are one of those players, right, on that certain level, we are comparing you to other players on that level. And we, like I said, the prime example is when T-Mac was trying to compare himself to Kobe and all that stuff. Kobe would have never said anything like this. Ever. Right? So that's what we're comparing it to. Not just like, oh, you played in the NBA, I didn't. You know, ain't nothing like that. We're comparing you to what Kobe would have said, right? Or what Jordan, Magic, Bird, any of them greats would have said. None of them would have said that. And them guys won multiple, right? Like, it's like I don't understand it, King. I'm with you.
Do you think Wilt Chamberlain would have traded his MVPs for more championships?
Oh man, you know Wilt wanted more championships.
Come on, bro. And he was one of the supposedly more selfish people. Do you think Wilt Chamberlain would have said? Wilt Chamberlain knows his whole reputation is attached to Bill Russell. Hold on. Here we go. Why do a lot of people consider Bill Russell better than Wilt Chamberlain? As far as stats, right? We go on stats. One of them destroys the other one, right? Like, it's like, oh man, that's destruction. There are a lot of people that say Bill Russell better than Wilt Chamberlain. Why is that, bro? All right, there we go. That's it. Shout out to user, because I know he the Wilt Chamberlain's biggest fan, so he'll probably answer that one. But shout out to user. So yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's the reason why Bill Russell was considered the way he is over Wilt Chamberlain, by stopping him as far as getting rings.
Hey, and Bill Russell not 7'2", 300 pounds. So yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get to the question, the comments, King. But before we do that, man, let's go ahead and show some love real quick, man, to the merch. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in the merch of the channel, simply scroll down to the description box below. You get check out our merch, like the one I have on here, the ESPN themed cap and crown shirt. Simply scroll down to the description box, click on that link. It takes you right directly to our site. Members, you already know, if you're a member of the channel, you get that permanent discount. So no matter how many times you go on the site and order anything, guys, you can use that discount as many times as you want. Just our way of showing thanks to y'all for showing love to the channel in that special way. So go ahead and scroll on down to the description box and check it out. All right, King, man, let's go ahead and get to the question, the comments. We can call it a night.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
Bro, before we get to these questions, I got a question for you. Back in 2024, right? Who you feel like had a better season? Joker or Luka at the end of the season, in hindsight?
Luka.
Luka, right? Who got the MVP?
Joker,
right? And we feel like Luka did because Luka, when he got to the
hold on,
finals.
You talking about count stats or analytical stats?
I'm talking about just in general. Who did you feel like, just in general, as a watching basketball, you feel like at the end of the season was like more talked about going into next season being the guy? No, was it Joker or was it Luka?
Luka.
And Joker got the MVP that year, right? Luka got to the final. If he got the ring, it'd have been like just the whole Luka year. You feel me? As far as that, but come on, Jordan in '98 got the MVP, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Jordan in '97, Jordan didn't get the MVP. Sorry, Karl Malone got the MVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jordan got the championship. Who we talk about that year?
Karl Malone.
All right. Got you. Let's get to the questions and comments. Shout out to Hawks. First up, saying salute. Anyone can be on the roster to win a championship. MVP is an individual award. That is true. Daniel Burry, shout out to our guy. Definitely check out his channel for all your sport highlights needs. He said, "What's good? What up, Daniel Burry?
What up, Daniel? What up?"
Hawks also said, "However, does winning a Cup MVP, Conference MVP, and Finals MVP hold more weight than a regular season MVP if the goal is win the chip?" Hell yeah! Like you about to say a little later on. I'm gonna read your next statement and go back. Saying Brunson was the first player to win all three. To me, this trumps SJ. Yeah, absolutely, Brunson had a better year than SJ last year. I mean, you don't think so, bro? Would you not feel like last year Brunson had a better year?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what are we talking about? This is crazy.
He swept all three MVP awards, right? Other than the regular season, when the awards that matter.
Looking at the way the season ended, he probably should have got that, huh? Historic says hi. What up, Historic?
What up?
Zashawn said number 1 play on the championship team, graded in regular season MVP, graded in number 2 play on championship. Facts. That's Zashawn. You right, man. That's 100% correct. Just like that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
DJ says hello. What up, DJ?
What up?
And lastly, Zashawn says exactly. And there's only one number 1 on the championship team per year, and that's what we ultimately watch for to see who wins the chip. Facts. That's part of their legacy, man.
Yes,
that's the guy we attached to. Magic, Kareem, Magic, then Bird. You feel me? Mike, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Shaq. You feel me?
Kobe.
Until you get to Kobe, then you feel me? LeBron. Nobody yells about. So Dwayne Wade is awesome, right? But nobody yelling about his championship except for that one. The same way they yell about LeBron's championship. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we understand the difference. That we're not stupid. Don't treat us like my mom used to say all the time. Don't play on my intelligence.
My mom said, "Boy, go clean your room up." Listen, man. We did appreciate y'all rocking with your boys for another episode, man. Listen, if you guys are interested in the NBA conversation like we had here today, simply hit that subscribe button. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. For those who are watching after the live, hit the comment section. Let us know, man, what's more important, regular season MVPs or championships? Which one would you rather have? See, I'll let us know in the comment section.
As a number one.
As a number one, context. But yeah, also too, hit them likes for us, y'all. That'd be much appreciated as well. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps out the channel in more ways than you know. So hit them likes as well. Also too, man, if you want to become a member of the channel, simply hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of the channel. We have shows every Friday morning dedicated to the members of the channel with other perks as well. So go ahead and hit that join button if you want to become a member. Also, shout out to VA, Big J, and Cuz on Cuz We Geek. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. We got a show this Saturday. We just talked about the Lantern series on Tuesday. So if y'all guys been watching the Lantern series on HBO HBO Max, that's combined Disney and HBO Max.
I mean, they keep changing their name, HBO, like 3 times.
I've been saying they should just made it WB Plus. I don't know. Because they don't buy Warner Brothers.
You're right. Just WB Plus.
WB Plus. I'm gonna say, cause remember, they had merged with Discovery and all that, so it was Discovery and some other stuff on there too. So yeah, kind of like Disney Plus. No, Disney Plus got other things on there other than just Disney stuff. But anyway, yeah. So you can follow us over there, man. Like I said, we be talking about the Lantern show. Crap, I had it. What were we talking about? Was something we talking about this Saturday, and I'm blanking. I can't remember.
RoboCop.
No, we already talked about that. I forgot what else we was talking about. But follow us over there. Like I said, go watch our last episode. We talked about the Lanterns episode 2, and James Gunn and them possibly putting the Batman Brave and the Bold on hold. He said they're not. So we talked about that too. But yeah, so follow us over there, man. Like I said, we talk about all things geek related, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all that type of stuff, man. So follow us over there on Cuz We Geek. We have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. Kings, or anything else I'm forgetting?
Share more, guys. We appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Let everybody know. Share this out to foolish people that think that MVPs are more important than championships. But other than that, follow myself, Queen, Travis, and that guy BA again on We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat, sports, and sports entertainment. Like to call us the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. The Cultures channel. Come on over there. We do watch alongs throughout the week. Definitely in Discord if you need video access, but we do it on YouTube as well. And then we also have review shows on Sunday afternoons, usually around 3 p.m. So follow us. We'll have a preview, I think, for Sunday night main event this upcoming weekend. So follow us over there. Help us out with our sub goals. And we'll see y'all again over here in Captain Crown on Friday morning for the members.
Yes, sir. Like you said, we'll be back here on Friday, guys. Join us for another episode of Captain Crown NBA Podcast. We'll talk about more NBA news. Until then, man, it's your boy Relle. Got King in the building. This is Captain Crown. We'll be back here on Friday, y'all. Same cap time, same Crown channel.
Okay.
Cap and Crown. The only man I know that probably deserved both the championship and the MVP. You already know who it is. Dwight Powell should have had about 5 championships and about 10 MVPs.